Hello, everybody. My name is Ricardo Ledesma, and this is my presentation for the CIT336 presentation for week 3. And this week we will talk about some keywords of clauses and conditions that we use to query in SQL. Those one are the from, where, and the where clause, and we will see the end conditions or operator. Okay, so let's start with from clause. The from clause is is a clause that lists the tables and any joins that we do to get the data. So when we make a query, we use the from clause to specify the table from we're going to get the data, or if there's more than one table, we use it with joins. As said here, the select statement most of the time come before the from clause and is required, except when the select list contains only constant variables or arithmetic expressions. So when there's no column names, we don't need to use from. But other example about that, we must use select and from. Okay, here is an example or syntax of how we use the from clause. As you see, we first use the select statement. We want to get all data. We set the from clause and then specify the table where we're going to get the data. And then, if that's optional, if we want to receive data from more than one table, so we must use one of the different joins statement that we have in SQL, and we're not going to talk about that now. So I want to make an example. Here I have my PHP admin console, and I have this table, the help topic. This is how I can use. I have this simple query that select all data from the help topic, where there's one, so where there's a record. If we run it, we will receive all the help, all the content of this table. But what happens if we said, I don't want to receive data from help topic. I want to receive data from Ricardo tables. As you see, Ricardo table is not exist. So if we run it, we receive this message, this exception. So it's telling us that the Ricardo table we want to query did not exist. So this is important to know where we get the data from. Okay, so let's continue with the from clause. The from clause have those nodes, and we saw that nodes before. Okay, next is the where clause. The where clause, we most of the time we use this clause as a conditional clause. We use it to restrict all the data, or to restrict the data that we will receive when we made a query, and we specify the conditions that must meet to receive those queries. Most of the time we use the where clause with operators, and here in this table at the right, there are some of the common operators that we use: the equal operator, not equal, greater than, less than, greater or equal than, and less or equal than. So there's an example here of how we can use the where clause. For example, when we, in this case, we made a query because we want to receive all the data from the grade table where the column mark has, where the value in the column mark is greater or equal than 60. When we execute this query, we receive this data from. And if we want to be more specific, if we want to get all the data from the grade table but when the column mark, the values in the column mark are between 60 and 65, we can use the where clause. We specify the column where we want to make or to establish the condition, and then we use an operator. In this case, we use the between operator, and we receive this one. Okay, so let's go to the end condition. The end condition is, as I said, it's a conditional. Most of the time we use it with where, and it is an operator. We use it when we use a select statement, an insert statement, or update or delete statement, and we use that when we want more than one condition met. As we said here, in this example, for example, we will return all contacts. For example, we make a select to the column contacts. We want to receive all contacts that live in California and their contact ID is greater than 3,000. So here we use the end conditional first. We use the where, which is the conditional statement first. We want to specify that the person lives in California, but we want to add another condition that must be met in order to receive the correct data. And there's we use the and operator in this case. We can make more than one operator. Maybe we can set that the name is Ricardo, and then we can add where state is California and contact ID is like this, and name is Ricardo, or sex is women, and something like that. So this is how we use the and condition statement. Okay, guys, this is here I have some of the considerations that we can have when using the and condition. And here I want to set here this one that I said before, and then the condition requires that all the conditions must be met. If we specify more than one condition, 3, 2, 4, all must met in order that we can receive, so that we can receive the record we set. Okay, guys, this is the presentation for this week. Please, if you have questions, make these questions. I will be in touch to answer those ones, and all feedback will be welcome. So have a good night.